Halo guys, kembali lagi bersama gua di Max Zero TV. Oke, hari ini kita lanjutkan lagi guys perjalanan Ray McCoy ini guys di game Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. Oke, sore ini gua agak lama baru upload lagi karena namanya kan ini juga puzzle game ya. Jadi kemarin gua sempat stuck guys, muter-muter tapi kok nggak ada tempat baru atau clue baru yang terbuka, dan kelihatannya nih setelah gua cari tahu ada clue yang gua lewatkan guys. Oke, mana ini kita cari tahu dulu nih guys. Bener nggak itu yang gua lewatin?
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Jadi kalau ya game zaman dulu tuh oke.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
Jadi kalau game zaman dulu kan ini story-nya kan udah terarah gitu guys. Jadi bukan open world yang kita bisa kemana-mana gitu kan. Nah ini makanya mungkin karena ada suatu langkah yang gue belum lakuin, makanya jadi selangkah buat selanjutnya tidak terbuka guys. Ini moga-moga dengan ini terbuka nih guys.
Messy up there, isn't it?
Dia ada satu komputer nih kita belum masukin nih, belum akses kemarin.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the Grav Lab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Jadi pada nyari replikan DNA gitu.
Eisenduller had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having. Nothing.
Okay.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security's tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisenduller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Lagi yang gue cari tahu itu di Dinero guys. Kita kesana dulu deh.
I've gotten all I can from that.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance.
Ya.
You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's J.F. Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right. I tried to talk to Dr. Tyrell about your reinstatement, reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kind of angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying.
Oh, si Lance sama Luther pengen kerja
If you
lagi
want to get
KRL.
together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
Lihat dulu lagi kan guys. Oke, kita balik ke kantor polisi.
What you want? I'm busy.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? Itu would always do, nervous system.
Nah, ini konveksi
Very
baru nih,
important to
guys.
Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down the alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down the alley, you find it.
Sorry to bother you.
Nah, nih kebuka nih guys, tempat baru nih guys. The Bradbury nih. Oke. Mungkin penampakannya. Pistol aja guys. Ini tuh jadi katanya ada 13 ending guys. Nah ini gua sama sekali nggak tahu apa jadi endingnya ya biasa berdasarkan dengan pilihan-pilihan yang kita ambil di sini. Dan gua sama sekali nggak tahu ini gua bakal dapat ending yang mana.
It was some kind of freakish toy, half mechanical, half organic. Rep technology for sure, but no one was going to give me any retirement bonus for it. It was some kind of freakish rep.
Banyak nih. Mana dulu guys? What the? Banget ini jalan. Kerja. Ada sesuatu? Tidak ada guys. Ini gimana? Lihat. Banget guys, gila. Tas nih. Tuh si itu tuh yang segimbal hilang. Oh bisa jadi tangga. Wah ketemu guys sama si tersangka. Waduh kuat banget dia. Wah kabur. Wah tapi gue nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain nih guys. Berarti emang harus begini cutscene-nya. Wah pingsan semua koin.
That'll do, Sadiq.
Oh ini juga ini yang tersangka di Ransitor Animal guys yang pertama kali.
Oh, you think
Kasus
he
pertama.
found us, man?
One of the design subcons must have talked. Unstable personalities, to say the least.
Told you we should have blown up the old block.
It would have created problems down the line.
We got problem now, man.
This one, he's not a problem. He's an opportunity. You're weak, my friend. I expected so much more from you.
I'm thinking our brother not hearing too good.
Oh, he hears us.
Oh brother.
Isn't that right, McCoy?
You ready to give up fruitless nightmare, man? Come back to family?
He doesn't have a choice. He never did.
Act 3 guys.
Let me kill him, man.
No.
We got no time to be patient. The gal, she's sick. She not gonna get no better.
That's where you're wrong, Sadiq. She will live.
Maybe.
Apa yang sakit ya?
But this one, he got it coming bad.
Believe me, he's the least of our problems.
You're talking crazy. The hunter be dangerous.
A fool sees not the same tree a wise man sees.
I'm no fool, man.
You must have a little faith, my friend. Without contraries, there's no progression.
How can you trust any of their kind?
We have been manipulated by them, correct? Now they're going to see exactly what lies on the other side of the horizon.
Apa nih guys?
Catch me if you can.
McCoy. McCoy kenal juga sama si.
How long have I been here, Lucy?
How do you know my name?
I saw your things at Runsiter's. Did you feel bad when they killed those animals?
They were so pretty and sweet. I hoped Father wouldn't do it. But Mr. Runsiter deserved retribution. That's what Father said.
Why?
'Cause he treated me bad, like I belonged to him.
I'm sorry.
Are you really the hunter, like Father says?
It's my job.
Why? What do you have against us?
Nothing, it's just the law.
Would you hurt me?
I promise you I won't.
Tuh.
Father will
keren
be
nih
back
si
soon.
McCoy. Eh. Lucu banget tadi kayak gini. Oh, ini kesini ya. Hijau-hijau apa? Ayo. Ih, kenapa nggak yang kelihatan sih?
It felt and smelled like real cheese. Dairy products were choice contraband, scarce and mucho expensive. Selling them was a Class A felony. Strange. Hysteria Hall was an arcade down near Nightclub Row.
Apa lagi nih guys?
You let them in my room?
They had a warrant, mister. What was I supposed to do?
They took my pictures.
I didn't know who was working this side of the pool, but whoever it was, they'd been pretty thorough going through the joint. I doubted if there was anything I could find that hadn't already been snagged and bagged.
Dapat sesuatu malah. Yellow Hotel. Oh ini mobil yang ini nih guys, kemarin yang di depan transiter nih.
The wrapper was from a vendor I knew. Best licking dogs in the 4th sector. That wasn't saying a whole lot, but with an arcade next door and a dozen nightclubs down the street, Mia and Murray's stand saw more action in a night than my spinster aunt saw all last century.
Yukon.
The car looked a lot like the one I'd been tracking. The driver had been
bener kan?
smart enough to pull the license plate, but the vehicle identification number was
Tapi
still
plat
there.
nomornya
If I
udah
ran
di-
it through the mainframe back at the station, I could ID the owner.
Oke. Loh, tembusnya sih ini. Oke, kita balik ke itu guys. Police station. Tadi kan udah sesuai itu dibilang. Wah, udah banyak yang kebuka guys. Baru. Red Bury. Hysteria Hall sama Nightclub Row. Kita ke police station dulu. Sekap kita kan.
Another retirement in the 4th sector today as a Blade Runner shot an alleged replicant in the middle of a crowded street. Lieutenant Edison Gusa, supervisor of the LPD's Rep DTEC unit, had this to say.
It was a good, clean takedown.
Oh, ada
The public should thank us
replikan
for
lagi, guys, yang
retiring these
ketangkap.
skin jobs before they get into any real trouble. You want to...
Moon bus.
Tuh, udah ada. Katanya kayak si McCoy.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Pakaiannya persis McCoy banget nih. Wah, apa maksudnya nih guys? Kan si itu. Teks 2. Ini. Bajunya sih baju McCoy banget ya. Tuh. Nah, lo. Kenapa dia bisa di sini? Di Moonbus.
That can't be me. Give me a hard copy of that.
Uploading personal clue database.
The mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runsitter's. The car was registered to a woman named Dektora. She'd bought it from a used car lot in the 4th sector. I ran the name through records and came up empty. The used car lot checked out clean too, but maybe the owner could tell me something.
Jelas itu guys, habis ini tuh kemana? Used car di mana? Oh iya, ini used car tuh. Bener ternyata guys gua.
It was the prick still. He said Pat doesn't have a mink coat. She's got a good Republican cloth coat. That's all.
You're wrong, sweetie.
You guys still battling it out?
That's what keeps our marriage alive and kicking, Ray. What can we do you for?
The works.
Coming right up. You know anything about politics, Ray? Famous quotes, things like that?
I try not to.
How about the Checker speech?
Never heard of it.
Well, Hoover's checker speech.
Nixon's Checker speech.
You're forgetting a lot your old age.
Right behind you, lady.
You ever seen this girl around here? Maybe in the arcade?
Oh, yes. I saw her come out of the arcade yesterday.
No, it was the day before.
Maybe you saw her both days.
No, I'm positive. It was yesterday.
You're positively wrong. It was 2 days ago, sure as God made little green apples.
Lupa, guys.
You're getting Alzheimer's, sweetie.
Okay, just forget it.
Kita ke used car dulu ya lah.
It's a killer, I kid you not. Only 35 thou. Yeah, red, orange, blue, puke green, any color you want. Just give me 24 to hose the graffiti off. Just kidding. Ask for the man, Crazy Legs Larry, to Lou. Admiring that bishy cat, ain't you? I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe sport package. It'll push 125 without so much as a shake. Of course, you gotta find the road for it.
That's always the problem.
Crazy Legs, Larry Hirsch. Pleased to meet you.
Ray McCoy.
You can call me Crazy, you can call me Larry, you can even call me Crazy Legs Larry. But don't call me if you don't think a hot set of wheels ain't necessary.
Okay.
The Bishi's exceptional. Mechanical is Pacific Rim flawless, as usual. But they also save some of the classic styling of the old GM days.
Looks like a piece of work.
Forget those fibroplast Filipino heaps everyone's driving around. This is real. Just feast your eyes on this. You see it? You see it? That's actual chrome, the real stuff. They saved a couple hundred sheets of Tijuana chrome from before the war. It's completely legal and everything. Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
And you probably won't ever see it again unless you steal this puppy. And honestly, no. Frankly, I gotta tell you, it's got your name written all over it. Ray McCovey.
McCoy.
Give it, take a couple letters.
I'll have to think about it.
But don't think too long or too hard about it, Roy. It's liable to be gonzo by the time you come back.
Gotcha. You sell a black sedan a few days ago?
Black sedan? Hey, I got standards. If it ain't sporty, I got no room for it.
I've seen the registration. I know a woman bought it from you.
Oh, that sedan. Hey, look, a sexy blonde wants to pay top dollar for the ugliest car in the place. Who am I to say no?
Did you know who she was?
No, but I'd like to know her in the biblical sense, if you catch what I'm saying. Look, Ray, it ain't a crime for me to make a living.
How about this girl? She look familiar?
You kidding? She ain't old enough to drive.
You've never seen her?
She looks kind of familiar.
Think real hard.
Maybe you should try that arcade next door. She looks like the kind of girl you see there all the time.
I'll do that. I hope you got paperwork for all these vehicles.
Are we kids or what, Ray? You're talking to Crazy Legs Larry Hirsch here.
I take that as a yes?
You can take it any way you want. Just don't take it for a test drive in the 4th sector.
I hope you got paperwork for all these vehicles. I take that.
You can take... Hey, keep your paws off that, Ray.
Ya udah guys, nggak ada apa-apa lagi. Kita ke arcade sebelah. Atau ketemu nih Lucy nih pasti yang dicari kan. Nah, ketemu kan guys.
You're sick, Lucy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Father told me to watch out for you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Have you always lived on Terra?
Yes.
I always dreamed Terra would be so special and beautiful. Birds and flowers and trees and blue water. Like on the video. So different from everything on, well, where I was.
Why'd they kill Runsitter's animals?
I didn't want them to. But Father, he was so angry. And Sadiq said Mr. Runsitter deserved it for treating me that way. It's so funny. I'm worth less than those animals. I guess I should hate them, but I don't.
So, all the animals were real?
Mr. Runsitter also used to buy some of the others.
Artificial.
He used to tell me that he was protected, that they came from somebody close to the source.
Who else was there that night?
Father and Uncle Zubin.
Can you take me to your father?
I don't think he'd like that. I don't know where he is, anyway.
Come with me. I've got a test I want you to take.
Wah, kabur deh guys, mesti dikejar. Kemana itu? Oh, dikerjain guys. Hai anjir. Cepet koy. Kayak labirin gini. Woi, lari ayo. Aduh. Hilang. Nah, ketemu.
I put my gun away.
I saw you with that woman who smokes.
I have to deal with her just to keep up appearances. I can be more effective that way.
She scares me.
She's being paid to kill your family.
I'll tell them what you did. That you helped me.
Loh, gimana sih? Lah. Bohong guys, hilang anjay. Hilangnya di tembok lagi. Ini nggak ada apa-apa lagi guys. Pintu sebelah.
You know where I could score some cheese? Like this stuff?
Boy, don't flash that around here.
He's the police, sweetie.
Besides, the kids today just as soon twist a knife in your backside as to ask for chinion for the tram home. Show that cheese around here, you become a marked man.
Who sells it?
No, we aren't asking for any trouble, Ray.
I'm not working bunco, I just want some information.
That nutty broad who runs Kingston Kitchen. She's always bragging about her special ingredient.
Walah, dia juga guys ternyata.
It always did taste a little gamey.
And she charges an arm and leg for it, too.
I found this wrapper.
Yeah, that's from one of our dogs.
Be good, you two. Be good, you two.
Balik tuh ke Kingston Kitchen.
Is this scale from a fish?
Same as other one. Not fish. Snake scale.
What other one?
Other police show me scale from same snake. I send him to Abdul Hassan.
How could you tell I was police?
Both of you walking around look confused. Like you in wrong place.
Ray, jelas-jelas lu parkir di sebelah mobil dia dan lu naik mobil polisi. Penjelasan siapa ya? Kita tanya masih ibu-ibu ini nih. Ini nyariin gelang apa anting tuh kemarin.
Any luck finding more of that dragonfly jewelry?
Ah, see, I was right. Piece you show me was part of a collection, bought for a nightclub in 4th sector.
You know the name of the nightclub owner?
No, senor. But my friend, he says the man is not selling.
Thanks for your help.
Oke, beres dari satu. Kita
Mia and Murray tell me you're using cheese in your stew. Real cheese.
Them old buzzards. What they know?
I could take a sample of that stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister. She got connections.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month. You know, funny thing you asking about the cheese. Last week, this ugly little man he run by, grab whole box of empty takeout cartons right off the counter. Police next door, they just laugh. Say the guy not be so happy when he opened them cartons.
What's that have to do with the cheese?
Cheese hidden in that box, man. Keeping it safe till I cook up a new batch. So how could I tell police to bring back box? They find cheese, they shut me down.
This guy who robbed you, what did he look like?
Short, real short. Bad clothes, colors way too bright. Funny bow tie. Maybe you look for this ugly little thief, yeah? I'm thinking you not really care about the cheese.
You're right, but I still think you ought to get yourself a different secret ingredient.
You bet, man. That cheese been nothing but trouble for Mama Isabella.
Thanks for your time.
Lihat nih si bartender ada dialog baru.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one.
Kayak apa ya? Banyak banget nih. Dua tempat kanan kiri. Wah ini nggak bener nih kayaknya. Kita kesini dulu deh. Kesini guys. Nah, ketemu si ini nih. Siapa? Gordo.
Hey, man.
You're that cat from Howie Lee's. McCoy, right? We keep bumping into each other. You want an autograph? I know you ain't heard me yet, but Gordo Frizz's autograph's gonna be worth a pile of chinion someday.
I'll hold my breath. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Man, don't you got anything better to do than hassle innocent people at their place of work? Make it snappy, okay?
I really appreciate your patience. You know the chef at Howie's?
That big flabby guy? Never seen him before.
You were hanging around right when he took off.
Pure coincidence. You are one hell of a suspicious cat, McCoy. Kick back, relax, watch my show. Take a little break from your boring existence. Hey, is everybody having a good time tonight?
Apa dia komedian nih?
What does a marriage and a tornado have in common? First, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and then you lose your house. You know what my first wife's nickname was? Twister. The doctor calls up his patient. I got bad news and I got worse news. The bad news is you only got 24 hours to live. The patient says, what could be worse than that? The doctor says, I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Guess what happens to a replicant who does his job really well? Early retirement, baby. I see we got a celebrity in the audience. Can I get a spot, please? That's right. It's one of the boys from the local Blade Runner unit. One of the LPD's finest, Ray McCoy. Let's give a big hand for Rep Detect McCoy. He's protecting us poor slobs, ladies and gentlemen. He even thinks you're a replicant. He can waste you right where you stand. Nice job, eh, detective?
It doesn't quite work that way.
How about yourself? You sure about yourself? 'Cause I got some friends, they say they know you.
You're lying.
Wah, kabur guys. Ya aduh. Nggak bisa. Tuh. Wah, masuk ke situ lagi. Tembak guys kita, si McCoy.
I remember early Q used to call himself a humanitarian because he'd recruit orphans for a sex club, then donate a percentage of their salary to his favorite animal propagation lab. Yeah, he was a real piece of work. Hey, Hanoi, where's Early?
Off-world fat farm.
You can do better than that.
No, it's true. Mr. Q sent me a vid just yesterday. Getting a hell of a tan he is.
Haven't I seen you around here before?
Sod off. You got no appointment and you got no warrant.
Nah, sini. Mana tuh si Gordo ya? Wah, meja rahasia guys. Ini Gentleman's Club guys.
What's your name?
Waduh, udah godain.
Early, how's it hanging?
Thick, slick, and hard as a brick. How's yours, General?
Your man gave me a hard time out there.
I like Hanoi, but I can't deny his sphincter's a little tight.
What's on tap tonight?
Classy shows all evening, General. You're going to be able to cut diamonds down there or your money back.
What's your name? This girl one of yours?
This ain't no daycare center, General. Of course, she ain't half bad looking. My pappy always used to say if there's grass on the field, it's time to play ball.
So, she hasn't been around here?
Nah, she ain't one of mine. Talk to Taffy. He gets most of the petty business around here.
It's men like you that made this country great, Early. You buy some jewelry at an auction recently? Real old, elite stuff?
Who's asking? You ain't with robbery homicide.
No, sir.
Those pieces ain't hot. I got the papers to prove it. I picked them up at legitimate auction. Cost me nearly a pound of flesh, too.
You give this stuff to a girlfriend, Early?
You kidding? I ain't that stupid. No. I was letting one of my dancers use the stuff in her act. Kind of a tribute to the ancient swamplands, you know what I mean?
Which dancer?
Heck, give her. She's going on in the field. She's one of my biggest earners, too. She ain't in any trouble now, is she?
Not yet.
Good. Wouldn't want to slaughter the goose that lays them golden eggs.
Hey, Early.
I'm working right now, General. Ask me later.
What's your pleasure, sir?
The highest octane.
One Venus eye trap coming up.
Gue kira Taffy dia. Ada lagi nih guys. Juga nih pintu masuknya.
Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, the ever ebullient Early Q presents the wondrous, mysterious Hecuba, singing and performing the sacred Thanatos dance of the ancient swamp.
Mereka kira masuk. Oh, ini bisa lurus guys ternyata. Oke. Kita lihat dulu show-nya guys.
You got a minute, pal?
Sod off, McCoy. I've got no time for you. Look, but don't touch.
Waduh. Dilempar keluar guys. Gordonya kemana ya?
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
Nah, bisa nih guys. Jadi distract ternyata si bodyguardnya tuh. Lihat ada apa di backstage. Kosong backstage-nya, nggak ada orang. Kita lihat ada clue apa di sini mungkin. Nggak ada apa. Oh ini guys, coba.
That's strange. I didn't hear a knock.
Dektora.
I just wanted to say, wow, you were awe-inspiring.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
McCoy, Ray McCoy.
Is there something I can do for you, Mr. McCoy?
That's such an unusual belt. Is it antique?
They say it's from the last century. Those little creatures have always been my favorites.
Dragonflies?
Yes.
Wah,
And the whole
dragonflies.
class that contains them.
Sama
Tell you the
kayak yang
truth,
dicari.
I'm from the LPD. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I could.
Is this about early Q? Because I could tell you.
Did any other pieces come with the belt?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
You buy a vehicle lately? A black sedan?
I wasn't aware that was a crime.
Buying the car isn't. Using the car in an animal murder, well.
Wah,
Animal
kayak-
murder?
Kayak dia replikan
That's
juga nih, guys.
horrible. I
Udah
haven't
jelas.
seen the car for 2 days. It was stolen the day after I bought it.
Is that right? Any reason you didn't tell me that right off?
You didn't ask.
Animal murder's pretty horrible.
Yes. Any murder is horrible. And unfortunate.
Some are worse than others.
But death's the same for all.
No argument there.
Kan ada foto dia sama si Clovis guys bareng.
There's a little test I'd like you to
Kenal
take.
nih.
Do you think I'm a replicant? Is that what this is about? If it's early Q, I'll help you any way you want.
Not exactly.
Kalau dia nolak,
This is
berarti
insane. I have a family, a daughter for heaven's sake. Look, I'm willing to testify against early Q. A replicant wouldn't do that, would it?
A replicant doesn't necessarily care about what happens to another replicant.
Then you must be a replicant.
I'm sure I'm not.
How do you know you're not a replicant? Did you ever take that test yourself?
Sure I did. Long time ago.
Don't replicants go around with false memories? Maybe somewhere along the line you killed a human, took his place, and your superiors don't even know about it.
Interesting idea. But I'm still gonna give you the test.
kita tes guys. Kita lihat apakah dia replikan atau human.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
I don't see why you need to know that.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
Spiders frighten me. I'd call animal services and keep away from it until they arrived.
Imbang lagi guys.
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
That's disgusting. The army doesn't do that kind of thing anymore.
Is that so?
Of course not.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I might give him some, if I had any to spare.
Replikan lagi guys.
You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog.
I'd walk out.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
Ridiculous. I wouldn't.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Probably this test.
No, seriously.
Yes, seriously. Are we finished?
Almost. You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
What are those?
Nature art. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
Why would anyone hang a head on the wall? It was a different time then, wasn't it?
You saying that makes it okay?
Of course not.
You're having dinner at a friend's home. Halfway through the appetizer, he tells you that you've been eating goose liver pate.
I'd leave.
You wouldn't report him?
No. Not if he was my friend.
Pinter nih guys dia ngumpetin
You're
intinya, guys.
crying. Why is that?
No, I'm not.
It's just a hypothetical situation.
I don't know. I suppose I'm unhappy. Perhaps someone has died. I don't cry very often. Positive result. Subject is replicant. Test terminated.
Wah, replikan
I
kan guys
get
bener.
it. You're some kind of sexual deviant. I'm finished with you.
Takut dia.
Get me the police.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, this is an emergency. Early Q's backstage. A customer is harassing me. Thank you.
Put that away. I'm a cop.
Now we wait. If your hand moves, I'll shoot.
Okay.
Please don't talk. The sound of your voice grates on my nerves.
We waited there for a few minutes. Her gun and her eyes never wavered. Any other mark, I'd have been a dead man. But if she was a replicant, she must not have known it if she was willing to call the police.
This a troublemaker? Put your hands on top of your head.
That's right. Ray McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
Never heard of you.
I report to Lieutenant Guza. Call him.
I work for you? Let's go.
Where's your squad car?
Shut your mouth.
Which precinct are we going to?
I'll tell you which one.
Beres guys. Culik guys si McCoy guys. Tahu polisi siapa nih?
This was no precinct house I'd ever been in, and I thought I'd been in them all. The grunt to my right had the beefy harness bull look down pat, and his twitchy partner in the suit looked like he was just itching to chainsaw a couple of kneecaps. Other than that, everything was hunky-dory.
Impersonating a police officer, huh? I guess the new Nexus models are a little more creative than the old ones.
I'm a Blade Runner. You don't believe me? Call Lieutenant Guza.
There ain't no Guza in the LPD.
Unless I've been walking around in a dream, there is.
That's what always bugs me. Yeah, the fact that these skin jobs always gotta live someone else's life.
No shit.
Just make the call, damn it.
You're just a piece of shit rep with memory implants of this Guza guy, you understand?
That's impossible.
Rep ain't sounding so creative now, huh?
You want to avoid conf me? Be my guest.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very convincing. Where you been hiding? The Kipple? Gregorian bring you in? Who else is working that side of the pool these days?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that bastard selling all that stuff downtown?
Hey, shut your trap. I'll tell you something, McCoy. I don't even care how you go out. But I know you can feel pain. And on that account, I'm your man, see? You tell me about everyone you met through cars, and I'll guarantee you will go real easy.
Your breath smells like you wiped your ass with your teeth.
You're gonna wish you was next in an off-road reactor vessel by the time I get through with you.
Nggak tahu siapa ini.
Fire up the chair, Holly. You know what I'm gonna come back as in my next life? A priest. There's something holy about how good I am at this.
Freeze!
Don't even go for it.
Wah, si Steel nolongin. Bohong banget pakai shotgun.
You got any idea how glad I am to see you?
No time for chit-chat, Slim. You want to save your ass, we gotta blow this joint right now.
Oh, si yang polisi. Kabur guys, kita harus kabur guys.
What the hell took you so long?
Good thing you made your entrance when you did.
Good thing one of my snitches saw them escort you out of the club. Otherwise, you'd be 3/4 in the bag right now.
They must have been phony cops hired by the reps for protection.
Cops, yes. Phony, no. I remembered Baker. He used to be an SID expert on coercive technique until he was fired from the force a couple years ago.
A mercenary?
Bingo.
You won't have to worry about getting paid no more.
That stripper you interviewed, she's one of them. Figure it out. She must have made the call to Baker and that other bozo. Let's attend to some business.
I'm there.
Nice crowd.
Regular folks, Steel, just like you and me.
Speak for yourself. You see it anywhere?
Not yet. You sure she's in here?
I'm gonna look backstage. Check the balcony and cover the exit. I don't want this one giving us the blow-off.
Lalu kita lihat dia kesini guys, si Dektora. Waduh. Bohong banget tuh, apa flashbang? Anjir, ada flashbang. Tuh kagak mati si McCoy. Wah, kebakar guys.
Jesus.
Wah, mati Dektoranya.
Been pretty busy, haven't you, Slim?
I think we can safely say that one's in biomechanical purgatory.
You had to clear out everything else up here, too.
Hope Early's got insurance.
Putz employs replicants, he ought to expect the worst. Oh, sorry I missed all the laughs.
Next time. It's around here somewhere.
Where'd you park it?
I'm telling you, it was right here. Damn thing must have been stolen.
Maybe you're living in an alternate reality, Slim.
Attention all units. All points bulletin has been issued for Ray McCoy, formerly BR61661. Confirmed one civilian kill. Ezo, considered armed and dangerous.
What the hell is that?
Maybe they just want to bring you in for questioning.
I didn't kill Ezo.
Maybe they think you're not what you think you are.
Are you saying I'm a rep? Come off it.
The look on your face after that last one? The minute you start to feel something for skin jobs, you're in big trouble.
Maybe I just got too much empathy.
In all the wrong places.
You want to put me on the machine?
Hey, I don't want anything, Slim. You're the one they want.
Detective Steele, BR61354, report to headquarters immediately. Code Blue.
What are you gonna do? Take me in?
No matter what they say, you're not on my list yet, Slim. You know what that means. And there's no use juicing you if I can't make some honest chinion off it, you know?
I never appreciated your baser instincts so much.
Lisa must have messed up somehow. I'll check it out, see what's going on, and then... we'll be meeting again, Slim. You can bank on it.
You got a deal.
And get cracking before I change my mind.
Tiba-tiba dibilang dia ngebunuh si Izo, padahal dia tadi lagi sama si Steel kan? Oh, Rich Act 4. Wah. Kepala dua guys. Oh, ini si kembar nih. Oh, ternyata kembarnya benar-benar kepala dua.
Your old fogey stuff makes me want to spew. Excuse me, but I was listening to music. Geek, hoodlum, dork, freak.
There is someone at the door.
Speak.
I have a return package for Mr. Luther Lance.
A return? From where?
Emil Runsiter.
Maybe one of the chimps blew a gasket and tried to bugger him. They're not available. Come back later. Told you those strains were unstable. Runsiter must have discovered the fakes. Relax. Runsiter's a simp. Not even old man Tyrell could have spotted those beauties.
Ternyata nggak saling kenal toh.
20th century like a real drug man.
Who the piss do you think you are, blasting in here like a couple of goddamn cowboys?
Gentlemen, take a moment to evaluate your situation.
Look, there's very little to steal here. If you can haul out one of the statues, be our guest.
We look like thieves to you, man?
No. You look like a couple of goddamn...
Take a good, long look.
Aha! Just the people we were hoping to see, right, Lance? Huh? Nexus 6. And you came to us.
Return to you, my brothers, to ask your help.
Unfortunately, we don't work for the Tyrell Corporation anymore.
You've been continuing your research, I trust.
Yeah, of course. Something drives us on.
The common bond. Can you have greater miracles than these? Brothers, my brothers, take a good, long look.
Oh my God.
Well now, shall we begin?
Ini maksudnya foto apa tadi dikasih lihat?
You wake up one day and find it's all been a dream, or you wake up and discover you've been asleep all the time and the nightmare is real. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who I was, a cop dangling on the short end of the stick, or a rep whose memory banks had run out. One thing I was sure of was that I didn't kill Izo. That I know I experienced. And this misinformation, maybe it was the key to everything that was happening. Maybe there was a lot more than what met my eye. All I had to do was stay alive long enough to find out.
Oke lah guys, ini ceritanya udah semakin seru. Ini ada kemungkinan si McCoy-nya malah dituduh replikan nih guys, sama pihak kepolisian. Dia soalnya sama pihak kepolisian dia tiba-tiba dicari. Nah ini tapi dia dibantuin nih sama si rekan si sesama teman polisinya, si yang cewek yang si Steel. Ini tapi gua belum tahu nih kelanjutannya gimana. Kita lanjutkan lagi perjalanannya di video selanjutnya guys. Oke, udah semakin seru nih guys. Oke guys, semoga kalian terhibur. See you on my next video guys. Bye bye.